400,000 crime records have disappeared from the police national computer on your watch. What did they contain, and how many operations may now be damaged by what has happened?
Well, first of all, let me just explain the context within which this has happened. This is down to, we have to remove a lot of police data, and we do that on a weekly basis. So this is a coding error that has basically led to a number of records relating to offences, arrest records and individual people that have potentially been lost. We don't know, primarily because there are multiple records across multiple systems around offences and individuals. Now, currently we're putting through new data code to wash through all of that. The police national computer is actually working, so law enforcement partners can still access it and still upload data. But currently, I can give you this assurance, we're working night and day with technicians.
Right, but can you give us an assurance? Because we know that on at least one instance, a DNA profile from a suspect in custody did not generate a match to a crime scene as expected, potentially impeding the investigation of the individual's involvement in the crime. Some serious criminals are going to get away with it because of the incompetence of this process.
No, well, it's not about serious criminals getting away with anything, because multiple records are held on the same individuals and on the same crimes on other profiling systems as well. So one of the things that we will look at is also potentially uploading from different systems back into the national computer, files, data and records, if that is something...
Given the scale of the number of records which have gone missing here, have you considered your position as Home Secretary?
Well, first of all, we don't know. There is no guarantee of the number of records. This is speculation.
Well, we know right now they're not there, right?
Well, we don't know that. We absolutely do not.
Where have they gone?
At all. They could still be on the system, because this
but you haven't found them. Just to clarify, you haven't found any yet.
It takes time. We haven't found them right now.
Okay.
We are
wow.
with our software
so you've lost 400,000 crime... OK, but just to be...
This is on one system. Let me just be clear.
I understand, but you've lost fingerprints, DNA and arrest records for 400,000 people. Many people would think...
We don't know that they are lost.
Well, we know that you don't know where they are, do you?
We cannot access them through this particular system.
Do you know where they are? You're the Home Secretary. Do you know where these records are?
So if you let me finish, it does.
What are you reading, by the way?
Know where these multiple records are right now. Right. So we have other systems where these records and this data will be stored, and there are multiple records on individuals.
Right, but you don't know where they are, do you, Home Secretary?
There are other systems. We do have other police...
No, but just right now, just to clarify, you as the Home Secretary have no idea where these 400,000 crime records are, do you?
They could still be in the police national computer.
You don't know that. They've gone.
We do not know that for sure.
Right, so why would you say you do when you don't know that?
Well, because there are other systems where this data is...
But you don't know they're there. You've just made that up.
The police national computer.
You've literally just invented that. You don't know where they are.
That is not correct at all. There are multiple records.
So you do know where they are?
Data batches.
You do know where they are?
So we can find that data...
Where are they, if you know where they are?
So they're on other law enforcement systems.
Right, but where are they?
They'll be on other computer systems.
You don't know that, do you? You've just made that up.
Systems. I have not made that up.
You don't know they're on other systems. You do not know that as a fact, do you?
There are multiple records around these individual data categories.
Right. Do you know for a fact or not that they exist on other systems?
That is a fact. I've already said if we have to find...
Right, so you do know where they are?
Well, we have them on other systems. I can't list to you...
Home Secretary, with respect, you don't know where they are, or you would say where they are.
I've already made it quite clear there are multiple records in relation to these particular data sets that we are trying to...
So just to clarify, you do know where they are?
They are on other systems.
Which ones? Which systems?
Into. I've already said I can't tell you the names of those particular systems.
Right, so you're saying, as a fact, as Home Secretary, these 400,000 crime records, which we have all assumed have disappeared, you know for 100% certainty they exist elsewhere, and therefore there's nothing to worry about.
The other thing is we have not said that they have completely disappeared. This is down to software. They could still be in the police national computer.
Yeah, but you don't know that, do you?
Well, fingers crossed you can find them.
This is very serious.
This is a software issue.
400,000 crime records, Home Secretary, is a very serious matter.
Yeah.
It is a serious matter, which is why we are trying to retrieve this data at pace and working with software.
Okay. If you don't find them,
night and day to retrieve
if you don't find them, having just told us that they exist elsewhere, if you never find them, will you resign?
We are working night and day to bring these records back.
That wasn't my question. My question is, if you don't find them, will you resign?
I have already told you, Piers, we are working night and day with our engineers.
I know, but if you don't find them, having just told us that they exist elsewhere, if you don't find them, will you resign?
It's my imperative to make sure we secure this data.
And if you don't, will you resign?
I've said it's our imperative and my imperative as well, as Home Secretary, A, to keep the public, but also to find this data.
Home Secretary, thank you very much indeed for joining us.